From a very unlikely business partnership between two superstars, to MLB veterans like Torrey Hunter praising the move, here's why Tiger Woods and Mike Trout are teaming up to build a new golf course. Though, I've got to be honest, not many people saw this partnership coming. Now, Tiger Woods is arguably the greatest golfer to have ever walked the earth. And even though the recent PGA Tour seasons haven't been very kind to him, especially after his horror crash a couple of years ago, he's still as motivated as ever to play more golf. And hopefully win another event to become the most decorated player in the Tour's history. Though, of course, for that to happen, he'll first have to get through tournaments without retiring. Like, the truth is that Woods struggles to walk on most days. So any golf course with some degree of elevation is a challenge for him. Obviously, he can still hit the shots, but walking and feeling fatigue is a real issue. So much so that Woods has had to withdraw from multiple events recently, including the 2023 Masters after he made the cut. But hey, even if he's not at the top of his game, he's still playing, right? I mean, at the start of 2022, even this seemed like a stretch, and most people thought his playing days were over. With that being said, Woods also has a bunch of other ventures to keep him busy these days, including his architecture firm TGR Design, which has designed a bunch of iconic courses like Blue Jack National and the Hay at Pebble Beach. Now this is where the Los Angeles Angels star Mike Trout comes in, who, albeit being a baseball player, is actually really into golf. So much so that he's always wanted to build his own course. Yep, the three-time American League MVP is a baseball legend, but he's always liked hitting the links instead of the batting cages for a change. In fact, he's been playing golf throughout his pro baseball career, and has even put up some pretty decent numbers in amateur tournaments. However, his love for golf really went up a notch when he somehow managed to hit a hole-in-one at Raven GC's par 3 127-yard second hole. Oh, and he was so excited that he literally called Angels pitcher Garrett Richards on the spot to shout the good news. For him, golf is something that gets his mind off baseball, since it's much more relaxing. Though, again, that doesn't mean he's not good enough to play at least the Pro-Am events. I mean, the dude's had practice rounds with Phil Mickelson before. Not to mention, he's also got a great drive, because back in 2020, a video of him hitting absolute moonshots at Topgolf went viral. So while his latest partnership with Woods may seem a bit bizarre on paper, they've actually got common interests, and this could turn out to be a pretty special golf course. Why? Well, with his new course, Trout wants to focus on the fun elements of the game. In his announcement, he said that this isn't going to be your grandparents' country club. No, sir. Instead, the New Jersey course is going to be pretty tricky to navigate, even for veteran golfers. Called Trout National the Reserve, the golf course is supposedly a dream come true for the MLB star. Now, with New Jersey being his off-season home, he couldn't really pick another site, which is why the opportunity to spend more time there with his wife was always an extra perk. In fact, he went as far as to say that he's been working on this project for many years now. So to see someone like Tiger Woods come in and join him, yeah, that's just another level, isn't it? Oh, and Trout even talked about how the 15-time major winner was his favorite golfer growing up. So he thought it'd be pretty cool to reach out and ask him if his company would do it. And guess what? Tiger's team loved the site. In fact, the PGA Tour legend even mentioned how he's always enjoyed watching Mike on the diamond. So when the opportunity to work on his course arose, he really couldn't pass it up. And so he began a hype-building marketing campaign, with Trout teasing a big announcement. Though, while I'm sure most fans were expecting something very different, this is still a pretty exciting thing nonetheless. Like, who knows? Maybe we'll see Mike team up with Tiger in a golf event too. If they do decide to play a practice round, however, they're gonna have to up their game, because the course is going to be full of treacherous hazards alongside its winding fairways. The 18-hole course is actually going to wind across two separate areas: a silica sand mine with plenty of bunkers to catch those stray drives, and a farmland with rolling hills, where even a slight miscalculation could take your ball out of bounds. I mean, in many ways, this is exactly the type of golf course that Woods' company TGR loves crafting. So we can expect a ton of hazards dotted around the whole area too. That's not the whole story though. The Vineland, New Jersey property also has a flexible short course, a well-designed putting course, and of course, high-end practice facilities. Oh, and obviously with this being a TGR-designed course, you've got a full performance center and all the other club facilities too. You know, like your clubhouse, lodging, cafes, and even a wedding chapel. I mean, make no mistake, these guys are going full beans on this thing and are gonna leave no expense spared on the project. Not to mention, it's located in a pretty sweet spot too, some 30 miles south of the iconic Pine Valley Golf Club, and around 40 miles south of Philadelphia. So if you're in the Philly suburbs, this one's gonna be pretty close. Oh, and this wasn't all we got from the announcement. TGR Design released a little teaser video as well. Now, they described the course as being highly strategic in nature, with sprawling fairways that have multiple routes leading up to the greens. What's more, the greens themselves are also apparently pretty complex, with low-cut surroundings. So you've really got to make sure you nail your shot if you want to be in a putting position. In fact, this isn't just going to be something used for practice rounds for Trout's friends, or even amateur players. Instead, there's an actual risk and reward tug-of-war with this course, which is going to be enough to create an exciting match play environment. Players with unorthodox short game, like say Cameron Smith, are going to be the best suited to this course, as there's even an island green on the course, at least according to the teaser video anyway. I mean, what more could you even want from a golf course? It's going to be spectacular, and who knows, maybe Trout will finance some big charity events with some other sporting celebrities as well. Oh, and surely they've got to be excited to play here too, right? After all, people's reactions to this news were definitely very positive. Like, it's not every day you see such a major crossover like this. In fact, Twitter was filled with people congratulating Mike and Woods on this partnership, saying they can't wait to see what the two GOATs of their respective sports come up with. NFL athlete Lane Johnson replied with the anticipating eye emojis, while former pro baseball player Ben Verlander called the announcement sick. Oh, and former MLB star Torrey Hunter also chimed in, saying that he can't wait and that he needs a membership ASAP. Though, of course, there were also people who started speculating on Trout's next move, wishing that he'd move to the Phillies now. Baseball expert Craig Calcaterra, on the other hand, made a joke about the announcement, saying a Mike Trout golf resort will definitely be better than one created by any other player. After all, he's had one more month to play golf each year than most other ball players. Oof. Regardless, the Woods-Trout partnership is still super exciting, and it'd be interesting to see what the course actually looks like when it opens in 2025. From MLB veterans like Torrey Hunter praising the move, to a very unlikely business partnership between two superstars. This was why Tiger Woods and Mike Trout are teaming up to build a new golf course.